USA 1 is taking charge. That's a strong statement for any car maker to make. But there are good reasons why Chevrolet feels confident enough to take on such a bold banner theme for 1983. Over the past few years, Chevrolet has introduced a whole new generation of automobiles, exciting products, designed to give customers more value for the money. In the last 3 years alone, Chevrolet has introduced more new domestic car and truck models combined than anyone else in the industry. This Take Charge effort has provided a line of cars and trucks that over the past 5 years has outsold all the foreign makes combined. In the next few minutes, you will see and hear some convincing reasons why Chevrolet should remain USA number 1 in 1983. Because we're going to take on the competition head to head and compare them to some of the best Chevrolet has to offer in 1983. The front-wheel drive Cavalier, the roomy 5-passenger automobile that's setting high standards for value. The front-wheel drive Celebrity, Chevrolet's newest family-size car. Citation, the best-selling front-wheel drive compact ever introduced. And Chevette, the economy-minded vehicle that has outsold any of its competition over the past 5 years, foreign or domestic. This comparison concentrates on major features customers examine when purchasing an automobile. That's right. We're going to demonstrate how Chevrolet measures up in areas that customers deem important considerations for choosing one automobile over the next. Considerations such as performance, roominess and comfort, cargo capacity and versatility, and drivability. Now, of course, fuel economy is also a key concern, and Chevrolet is proud of the technology and designs incorporated into its 83 passenger cars that provide your customers with the kind of fuel efficiency they expect from a new car, from the full-size Caprice right on down to the diesel-powered Chevette with its EPA estimated mileage of 43 mpg. But in today's market, good fuel economy is a given. Buyers look beyond good mileage to other major passenger car features. And so we're going to use our time to show how Chevrolet measures up in these key areas of customer concern. Let's take performance first. Now, anyone who's tried to pass a slow-moving truck or enter an expressway knows the value of having some muscle available at the pedal. An excellent way to judge one aspect of performance is to compare two cars as they accelerate full throttle from a standing start up to a speed of 55 miles per hour. Now let's compare 1983 Chevys versus their major competition, starting with Cavalier. The big news for 1983 Chevy Cavalier is an all-new electronically fuel-injected 2-liter engine. And this gutsy new power plant is standard on all Cavaliers. One test drive in this baby, and you'll eliminate any fears of owning an underachiever with 83 Cavalier. Compare its power and acceleration versus Ford Escort and its 1.6-liter base engine. Both models are equipped with optional automatic transmissions. Let's see which one reaches 55 miles per hour first. Cavalier, the easy winner. Now, guess the winner, Cavalier or the Toyota Corolla, both equipped with base engines and transmissions. You guessed right, Cavalier finishes in front. Now, what about the Chevy Citation? Well, it offers buyers a choice of 3 engines in 1983, the 2.5-liter base 4-cylinder, an optional 2.8-liter V6, and a real gutsy high-output V6. You can't get V6 power with the major competitors of the Citation, like Nissan Stanza. It offers only 4-cylinder power. But just to keep the match even, let's compare the Citation's base 4-cylinder power plant against Stanza with its base engine, and both with automatic transmissions. Let's see which one reaches 55 miles per hour first. The winner, Citation, And remember, Citation is also available with 2 optional 6-cylinder engines. As these acceleration tests just showed you, Chevrolet is taking charge when it comes to performance. But impressive performance is more than acceleration. The kind of traction a car can provide in mud, rain, or snow also is a criteria for performance. And impressive traction is one reason why so many people like the front-wheel drive Celebrity. An old-fashioned tug-of-war against the rear-wheel drive Ford LTD will show you just how impressive Celebrity traction is. Both the Celebrity and the LTD are equipped with their optional V6 engines and automatic transmissions. So let's see which one can outpull the other on a paved surface. Hey, LTD, you're going backwards. Even with a 6-cylinder engine that's larger than Celebrity's optional V6. As you can see, front-wheel drive offers impressive traction capabilities when compared to rear-wheel drive. And it's one reason why the '83 Chevy lineup is taking charge when it comes to performance. Now, what about roominess and comfort? Another key consideration when purchasing an automobile. Well, Chevrolet customers will find that Chevrolet's new size generation of automobile have been efficiently packaged to provide passengers with impressive roominess and comfort. Take the Cavalier, for example. Efficient design packaging provides Cavalier's rear passengers with plenty of head, shoulder, and leg room. Now, take a look at what the back seat of a Honda Accord offers. Which back seat would you prefer to ride in on a long trip? The fact is, the 4-door Cavalier provides 6 cubic feet more of interior roominess than the Honda Accord 4-door, even though both are rated 5-passenger vehicles. And if you compare Cavalier's interior roominess against several competitors, you can expect more from the Cavalier. 7 cubic feet more than Ford Escort, 7 cubic feet more than Nissan Sentra, 8 cubic feet more interior room than Datsun Maxima, 11 cubic feet more than Toyota Corolla, and 14 more cubic feet than the VW Jetta. Yes, when it comes to interior roominess, Chevrolet is taking charge. Of course, another way to judge an automobile's comfort is to measure how quiet the ride is, or how well insulated the passengers are from engine and exterior noise. And here's a way to demonstrate interior sound level differences. This is a decibel meter. It measures sound levels on the decibel scale. An increase of 3 decibels, or dBs, equals twice as much noise. Now, using this device, let's compare interior sound levels of Chevrolet Celebrity and the all-new Ford LTD. We're placing a decibel meter inside of the Celebrity and inside the Ford LTD. All windows and vents are closed. Now, let's see which car does the better job of insulating passengers from the sound of a chainsaw. Look closely, and you can see the difference. The Celebrity's meter reads 70 decibels. Ford LTD, 72 decibels, a difference of 2 dBs. In this test, sound levels in the LTD are more than 60% higher. We performed the same test, Celebrity versus the Chrysler LeBaron. The results? Again, a 2 dB difference. Celebrity was the quieter of the two. Okay, we've shown you a few examples of how Chevrolet is taking charge when it comes to performance and when it comes to interior roominess and comfort. Now, let's move on to some of the Chevrolet advantages when it comes to carrying cargo. Another key consideration of many new car buyers: how much cargo a vehicle can carry and how convenient it is to load that cargo are important to today's customer. So let's take a look at how the Cavalier hatchback measures up to Honda Accord. Let's say you're heading out on a long ski weekend, and you have all the gear that's involved in that kind of a trip. Skis, luggage, backpack. Hey, you're going to need some real load space. Well, the Cavalier's impressive 38.5 cubic feet of load space handles the job with ease. But it's a different story when it comes to the Accord, with a load floor length 10 inches shorter than Cavalier and 11 cubic feet less cargo capacity. Accord owners may want to consider purchasing a ski rack, or perhaps borrowing their neighbor's Cavalier. You should also be impressed with Cavalier Wagon and its outstanding room for cargo. It provides families with plenty of room for people and cargo in an efficient size vehicle. Compare Cavalier Wagon's impressive cargo carrying ability against Toyota Corolla. The Cavalier handles the job easily with 9 additional cubic feet of capacity, not available in the Toyota Corolla. And here's another comparison of Cavalier cargo and people carrying versatility. Take 5 people and their luggage. In the Cavalier, there's plenty of space for all. Now, take those same passengers and luggage and try it in the Escort wagon. With the Escort, you may have to leave some luggage and one of your passengers behind. When compared to the Escort wagon, Cavalier offers superior interior roominess and cargo capacity. Now, let's move on to the Chevy Citation, the roomy hatchback with room for up to 5 passengers, and with the rear seat folded down, a whopping 35.7 cubic feet of cargo. Remember the Citation TV commercial? The one where Citation handled an enormous bunch of groceries? Well, here it is.
Chevrolet demonstrates the room in the 1980 Chevy Citation.
It's the first Chevy of the 80s.
There is mid-size room for 5 adults in Citation.
The first Chevy of its kind.
With the back seat down, Citation has room for 30 bags of groceries and 2 adults.
This could be the car you had in mind.
Take a Citation demonstration drive today. It's a whole new kind of compact car.
Chevy Citation.
You could almost shop for the whole neighborhood with the kind of room Citation offers. In case you weren't counting, that's 31 bags of groceries. Compare the Plymouth Reliant. Try to carry that same load the Citation handled so easily, and, well, you just have to make 2 trips. Citation offers hatchback versatility and convenience that's unavailable in Reliant. And even with a rear seat up, Citation can still carry more cargo than Reliant. Of course, the volume of space isn't the only way to determine how a passenger car measures up in cargo hauling ability. Just how that volume is arranged can also make a difference. Take this Celebrity, for example. Its new shape and front-wheel drive design provide a trunk that handles cargo wide and deep. We're giving Ford a break by removing the spare tire, which takes up valuable space, unlike Celebrity, which stores its spare conveniently away. With the tire in, LTD's trunk is only about a cubic foot smaller than Celebrity's, and yet its shape makes it downright impossible to handle a job like this. Or compare Chevette against Ford Escort for convenience in loading cargo, the submarine test. First, the Chevette. The sub slides in with ease, thanks to the rear seat that folds down flat and even with the floor. Now, let's try that with the Escort. Oops. Seems that Escort's folding rear seat can't fold flat and forms an obstruction to sliding cargo in and out easily. Chevette's impressive advantage in cargo hauling ability also extends to the newcomer on the block, AMC's Alliance. Take a look. Those blocks represent the extra volume of space provided in the Chevette with the rear seat folded down. 14 extra cubic feet to haul luggage, golf clubs, and handle errands. All the demonstrations you've just seen underscore the fact that Chevrolet is taking charge to provide the kind of cargo hauling versatility people demand in today's automobiles. But there's another part of the cargo hauling story. You'll find that Chevrolet offers the ability to carry even more cargo to those who want and need it. I'm talking about trailering ability. Take Chevette, for example. With proper equipment, it's capable of towing everything you'll need for an overnight campout. You may be surprised to learn that some of Chevrolet's competitors are not recommended for towing. And the Honda Accord is a good example. Here's a direct quote from the Honda Owner's Manual. Here it is here. towing a trailer. Towing a trailer with your car is not recommended. Every Chevrolet model we're covering here has trailer towing potential when properly equipped. That also means Cavalier, Citation, Celebrity, up and down the line, there are capabilities to suit the towing needs of those millions of owners who have that as a buying consideration. Okay, now, what about drivability? Today's car buyer wants to know how well his new car can maneuver in and out of heavy city traffic, or if it's easy to park. Well, here's how the '83 Chevette takes charge when it comes to this key area of concern. A tight turning diameter is one feature that makes subcompact so appealing. And to demonstrate, we'll compare Chevette against Ford Escort and Toyota Tercel. By attaching a paint spray gun to the Escort's bumper, we visually demonstrate Escort's turning diameter. Not bad. Not bad, Escort. Now, for the Toyota Tercel. Tercel takes the turn even tighter yet. And now, let's look at Chevette. A shorter turning diameter than either Escort or Tercel. And that can sure help when you're pulling in or out of those tight parking spots. Another drivability concern is ground clearance. Chevrolet Cavalier, even with its low silhouette and entry level, has a relatively high ground clearance. And this can help avoid scraping bottom and damaging the undercarriage. But let's see what Ford Escort has to offer. Seems Escort should come up with a better idea. And the same holds true for Honda Accord, for the Toyota Corolla. And there you have it. Strong, convincing examples of how best-selling Chevrolet models are taking charge in 1983. In performance, in roominess and comfort, in cargo hauling capacity, and in drivability. Now, of course, the demonstrations we've shown you by no means represent all of the advantages Chevrolet holds over the competition, but they do help underscore that when it comes to meeting the discerning, value-oriented demands of today's customer, Chevrolet is USA #1.